Pakistan's western frontier stands at a pivotal crossroads. The October 2025 cross-border clashes and the fragile ceasefire that followed reaffirmed a long-standing reality. Afghanistan's instability is not a temporary disruption but a structural factor shaping South and Central Asian geopolitics. Pakistan, from here on, should treat Afghanistan as a strategic space to be managed, not as a problem that will be permanently fixed. This requires a deliberate mix of deterrence and engagement. Pakistan must cooperate with all Afghan stakeholders, the Taliban leadership, tribal and ethnic leaders, business actors, and civil society, to build an inclusive framework for stability. Isolation has failed. Engagement backed by credible deterrence can deliver sustainable outcomes. However, Kabul must face clear consequences for non-compliance. Failure to curb cross-border attacks or dismantle militant sanctuaries must carry diplomatic, economic, and where necessary, kinetic penalties. Compliance, in contrast, should yield trade access, infrastructure cooperation, and political normalization. The Taliban's political transformation remains central. Pakistan, working with China, Russia, Iran, Turkey, Qatar, should link international legitimacy and economic integration to process in governance, inclusivity, and counterterrorism. The Taliban's transition from coercive control to political legitimacy must be encouraged and rewarded. Simultaneously, Pakistan and its partners should coordinate frameworks that ensure political freedom within Afghanistan, allowing legitimate participation and accountability. A politically open Afghanistan is less prone to external manipulation and more likely to maintain internal balance. Pakistan must also manage the broader strategic grid. Elements within the US security policy still see Afghanistan instability as a lever to contain China's regional influence. Islamabad cannot afford to be trapped in that contest. Instead, it must pursue the engage but hedge diplomacy, maintaining cooperative channels within both Washington and Beijing, while aligning their shared interest in Afghan stability. Pakistan's role should be to bridge US counterterrorism goal with Chinese investment interests, creating limited but functional convergence rather than rivalry. At the bilateral level, Islamabad's strategy should follow a cooperate but strike when needed model, at least in short term. Pakistan must preserve the right to act decisively against verified external threats while maintaining political and economic engagement. The emphasis should remain on pressure and partnership, building habits of cooperation while remaining credible deterrents. Over time, Pakistan should transition from third-party mediated talks to direct bilateralism with Kabul, ensuring that relations mature into stable state-to-state mechanism rather than externally managed truces. Pakistan's strategic objectives remain constant. Deny sanctuary to anti-Pakistan groups such as TTP and BLA, establish verified mechanisms to monitor and neutralize cross-border threats, and reframe India-Pakistan dynamics in Afghanistan from proxy rivalry to bounded coexistence. Importantly, Pakistan must condition India's footprints in Afghanistan to the evolving security environment. Any Indian presence should remain transparent, limited to humanitarian and developmental work, and verifiably non-military. If Indian engagement expands in ways that compromise Pakistan's security, Islamabad should respond through diplomatic restraint backed by credible deterrence. Red lines must be enforced and gradually institutionalized until they become accepted norms. Kabul must not permit militant networks that target Pakistan. Any mass casualty attacks from Afghan soil will trigger proportionate responses. No foreign proxy or military infrastructure directed against Pakistan can be tolerated. Over time, consistent enforcement will normalize these boundaries, transforming deterrence into durable regional discipline. In the short term, Pakistan should use third-party mediation under the Doha and Istanbul frameworks to consolidate the ceasefire and prevent renewed escalation. In the medium to long term, Islamabad must restore bilateral ownership of the relationship, using trade, transit, and security compacts as instruments of interdependence rather than conflict. Ultimately, Pakistan's strategy must blend deterrence with engagement, punishing defiance, rewarding cooperation, and embedding Afghanistan in a web of regional economic and political ties. The goal is not domination, but management. A stable frontier, predictable behavior, and shared incentives for peace. Restraint with credible enforcement is not weakness, it is disciplined statecraft. Stability in Afghanistan is no longer a distant ideal. It is the strategic price of Pakistan's own security and regional relevance. In the end, Afghanistan's choice is simple: build stability with Pakistan or bear the cost of its absence. The future will judge wisely, not loudly. Thank you for watching. Allah Hafiz.